Hello, and welcome back to another wishlist video. Today we're going to go through the top 10 vintage collection releases I would like to see. You'll notice how I said releases and not figures. That's because in the vintage collection, it isn't just figures that they release, there's also vehicles, diorama playsets, and creatures as well. Not to mention HasLabs, but that would be probably like a different video. So that does mean that there will be a couple different things in here, like creatures and vehicles, so just keep that in mind. And without further ado, let's get into number 10. And for number 10, we have Bastila Shan from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Like, we have got a vintage collection version of her already, but it's not very good. It's not good at all.
Brother, what's
So
that?
what I'm proposing is kind of 2.0, just a new version. She's one of like, the most important characters from that game, and I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of biased. I really do like KOTOR, but I would die for a new version of Bastila. She's such a cool character, such a unique outfit and design as well. And, Black Series have already made her, so just size it down. And of course, that is going to be a very common theme on this wish list. A lot of figures Black Series have already gotten, so, just shrink them down, Hasbro. Of course, it is a bit harder than that. But yeah, Bastila is a great figure, and I'd love to see her in TVC one day. So, for number 9, we have Ki-Adi-Mundi from Star Wars Attack of the Clones. This guy, come on, it makes sense for the gunship, right? I mean, we got Shakti, and I'm no doubt we're going to get a new Anakin, new Obi-Wan, but an all brand new figure, I really think it should be Ki-Adi-Mundi. He shows up a lot in the prequels. He's surprisingly one of the Glup Jedi that kind of is more important. Well, not important, but you know what I mean. Once again, this guy's a Black Series figure, so just scale it down, Hasbro. Not to mention the Black Series is actually, I'd argue, probably one of the best Jedi bodies they've ever made. I mean, he has everything. He has thigh swivel, boot swivel, butterfly joints. Like, he has the roly-poly wrists. Like, he's a great figure, and I really think TVC should make him, especially to go with that gunship. And from number 8, we have a first creature, which is the Dewback. I'd love a Dewback. I was so disappointed when he wasn't released as part of the Return to Tatooine subline. Like, don't get me wrong, the Bantha is cool, but when I think of like the Mos Eisley kind of area, I think I think of the Dewback. Maybe that's just like kind of imperial in me. Maybe I'm just biased, but the Dewback is such a cool creature. Not to mention, it gives us an opportunity to get a different Sand Trooper with the different pauldron, because I believe the only one we have at the moment is the orange pauldron. So, yeah, I mean, come on. Once again, Black Series made it over 5 years ago at this point. It needs to be. It needs to happen. I'd probably buy two, maybe three. And number 7, keeping on a Tatooine theme, we have Muftak. Muftak's one of those Cantina Glups that I think is really kind of underrepresented. Like, there's one Power of the Force figure, I believe. Come on, we need another one. He's such a cool little, like, kind of alien. Like, he's one of those Glups that really stood out to me when, like, watching A New Hope as a kid. Something about the, like, design of the Tal species is so cool. Like, they're kind of like abominable snowman, but they're kind of like a little, like mouth like a fly. I love it. Muftak is so, like, not to mention he sticks out in the cantina so much, and like in a good way, of course. I want all the cantina aliens to look unique, and I don't want them all to blend in together. So, come on, Hasbro, give me a Muftak. Moving on with number 6, we have a clone ranked build-up pack. I love these designs. Something about like these ranked colored designs for the clone troopers. It just looks so cool. It might just be that it reminds me of the ARC Troopers from 2D Clone Wars. I'm a bit biased because I love 2D Clone Wars, but these designs are great, and I'd love to get them in TVC. Of course, you have the Commander, which is the yellow one, the Captain, which is the red one, the lieutenant, which is the blue one, and the sergeant as the green one. I think they'd just be great in the Battle of Geonosis display. Kind of like break up the just plain white clones. I mean, it'd be good just to have them like dotted around. Like the commander, for example, interacts with Yoda a lot. I mean, come on, just get them out somehow, Hasbro. And for number 5, we have Chancellor Palpatine slash Darth Sidious from Revenge of the Sith. How have we not got a single Palpatine from the prequels yet? He's like the most, like, it's kind of like a vital part of the prequels. We definitely need a figure. I mean, even if it's like his red robes or even just like the black robes, as long as there's some kind of representation, I'll be happy. I would lean towards red robes, just because that is the one that Black Series did recently, and is arguably the more iconic look. Speaking of the Black Series, that one is a little disappointing, just because the soft goods don't look very good, and it has none of the texture that he has on his outfit. So, come on TVC, make a better version. Put that printing on there, and give us a good Palpatine. So for number 4, we have Darth Malak from Knights of the Old Republic. Once again, I'm a huge KOTOR fan, and I need Darth Malak. Like, he's the main antagonist of the first game. How do we not have him in TVC yet? I mean, I'm happy we have Revan, I'm happy we have HK. I don't know why we have Jedi Revan. Well, I guess it's Galaxy of Heroes, but still. I am not going to be happy with TVC until we get a Malak. The Black Series version is so good, and I need it in 375 as well. You know, balance the scales. But yeah, Malak is such a just a cool character. I imagine rather than having the removable mask, it might just be an alternate head for TVC, which would be quite cool. But yeah, I think you just know they kill it. I think Dark Malak is just an amazing, just a cool design. It just needs to be happen. It just needs to happen. Then moving on to number 3, we have Luthen Rail from Andor. How have we not got Luthen in TVC yet? Once again, Black Series has already made him. Balance the scales. Luthen is such an important character to Andor, and I think he's desperately needed for the vintage collection. We have Cassian, we have K2SO, we've got quite a few Andor figures, but Luthen is arguably just the most important one. I need him. I don't think there's no other way to put it. I need him in 375. Moving on to number 2, we have the forward command post from Star Wars Attack of the Clones. This would be such a cool little playset that they can do. Either a pack in Yoda, or maybe just reuse that clone commander, from the 4-pack that is definitely going to happen. I mean, the command post isn't really that. It doesn't really show up that much in Attack of the Clones, but still, it's just something so cool that could be part of the Attack of the Clones Battle of Geonosis display that they're going for this year. I think, it gives you an excuse to army build a few more clones as well. I think just having this right next to the lat would be so cool. Maybe, for kind of like that £60 price point, might be a little bit too much. So it might have to be a little bit cheaper for most people to buy it. But I think it's just a playset waiting to happen. Moving on to honourable mentions, these are 3 figures that nearly made it onto the list, but didn't just because they're remakes and the previous ones are pretty passable. Moving on to the first one, we have Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. This is a cool look, and I'm surprised we haven't got an updated one in TVC. I mean, it is like his main Return of the Jedi look. It's his most iconic Return of the Jedi look, in my opinion. And I think it's really needed for that final duel. I think, come on, it has to happen. We have a final duel set. We've got the Emperor, we've got Vader, we've got Royal Guards. We need a final duel Luke. Moving on to honorable mention number 2, We have Boba Fett from Empire Strikes Back. Once again, iconic Boba Fett look. But we did get the Return of the Jedi one, which is pretty good. And the previous version of Boba Fett is passable, I guess. It is desperate for a redo. I'm hoping maybe for the 50th anniversary, get some figures from each film. Hopefully Boba Fett is one of those ones that gets redone. And then finally, for honorable mention number 3, we have the Super Battle Droid. This one is it got pretty close to the top 10, but just got beaten out by Bastila just because I prefer KOTOR. The Super Battle Droid is one that pretty desperately needs to happen this year. I'd be surprised if it doesn't happen this year, because the previous sculpt isn't the best. And of course, we're in the Battle of Geonosis era right now, so it makes sense to put a Super Battle Droid out. I mean, while you're at it, maybe redo the B1 as well, because that one's not the best. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, I think the Super Battle Droid would be a great one to redo, and there's a lot of repaints you can get from it, like the Bedlam Raiders, like the Clone Wars jetpack ones, even like the one with like the missile launcher. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the B2. And so, finally, for number 1, we have Lord Starkiller from Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Now, this isn't a character that is particularly needed in TVC, but I love this design. I adore this design. It's been one of my most wanted characters to be made as a figure in ages. I mean, Hot Toys made him. I still need to track that one down. Black Series has just made him. I cannot wait for that one to release. So, I really want a TVC one as well. Just something about this design is just so striking and cool to me. I think it just would translates well into any scale. Of course, I'm not expecting like the wide soft goods like the Black Series or anything like that. And because of that, I'm hoping it'd be just a regular release, not a deluxe. But I wouldn't be surprised if it still is a deluxe, because it's Hasbro. Register! I wonder what $1 million even smells like! But yeah, I need Lord Starkiller in my collection. I think probably he isn't too high of a priority on most people's lists, just because he doesn't really go with anything else that we have. But he's my number one. This is my list. Before you get angry at me, this is my list. I control it. So, Lord Starkiller number 1. Make it happen. And there you go. Those are the top 10 releases I would like to see in the vintage collection. Let me know if you agree with my picks, and also what your lists would be in the comments below. I've enjoyed making these lists, and there's only one more to go with the Transformers one. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.